tunnel, Lehigh tunnel, Lehigh tunnel. Yes, under the world.
Day one.
Yeah.
Hello.
Your words don't mean nothing at all. I watch the lights go out in the summer night as we fall asleep to the sound of each other, and I softly whisper in your ear that I'm sorry for all.
Exit Cleveland is my first and only band, unless you include marching band my 9th grade year of high school.
I have been in 0 bands unless you count the 2 Guitar Heroes that I've owned, and I started bands on there and beat them on Expert because I'm awesome.
I have been in one other band called Royal Suburban Sky.
I have only been in Exit Cleveland. This is my only band. Exit Cleveland started in a garage with Connects box.
Joey and Peter formed the band when they were younger.
And Peter and me and my 2 sisters, and we were jamming to some Hanson Brothers incorporated music.
2 people love each other very much, such as Peter and Joey. They sometimes get ideas in their head, and they sometimes run with those ideas, and that idea was to make a band with their sisters, who would also, all 4 of them are my cousins.
Exit Cleveland formed between Joey and I. We started trying to make music, and we got instruments, and then Justin came and he's like, I want to be like you, so that happened.
I eventually wanted to be cool like my older cousins, and I got a guitar, and it went from there.
And then we met Mark in college, which sucked because now we were stuck with him. You know, we wanted to start a band, and Peter and I actually pursued it further.
I just joined with the band when I went to Kent and met them there, and I actually roomed with their old bass player.
I joined the band at its inception back in the 2000s, which it's still 2000.
I joined the band about 6 months after its conception, because the word is conception, I'm pretty sure, and not inception like Joey said.
No, inception, isn't that a start? No? Cut. I started Exit Cleveland with Peter, so I guess you could say I joined at the beginning. I started the band. I was in from the beginning, so I'm one of the original founders. I'm a founding father of Exit Cleveland.
The band got its name from picking words out of a hat, and they just chose those 2 words and stuck with it.
The band, actually, it's a hat name. We wrote down a bunch of words, adjectives, nouns, stuff like that, and we picked them out of a hat and put a combination of 2 or 3 words together. The name Exit Cleveland came out of a hat. We were just drawing random words, and that was the best at the time, so we just ran with it. And Exit Cleveland was the one we kind of stuck with.
As far as I'm told, I wasn't there at the time. The band name, a bunch of words were put into a hat, and they picked the words out of a hat, and it was Exit Cleveland.
The rest is history.
The first show I played with Exit Cleveland is either a Halloween show at the Grog Shop or the show with Bowling for Soup at the House of Blues. I'm not sure.
It was Peter and Joey's sister's Michelle's graduation party.
With the current members of the band, the first show we played was, I believe, with Bowling for Soup, but I'm not sure.
It really wasn't that big of a show. It wouldn't really even be a show, but we got the cops called on us, so I'd say that was successful.
Our first show with all 4 of us now, I think was on Halloween or somewhere around Halloween of 2 years ago. It was in February, and we played at the House of Blues with Bowling for Soup. So it was a big show for us, and even bigger for Mark, who just joined at that time. And it was a lot of fun, and we had good reception. Yeah, I was at the Grog Shop. We played with a band called Farewell. I think that was the only other band on the show, at least worth naming. Having played shows of that nature before, I wasn't very nervous. I was more excited, and there's a lot of adrenaline pumping through us, and it kind of translated into the performance too. So it was good. It was fun. It was a good show. Crowd reception was great. Mark was a little awkward, but that's because he is awkward. But he's starting to fit in better, and you know, with every show we grow.
Both of them went really well. It was different for me because I haven't really, with my other band, I never really played as big of shows as that, other than the high school rock-off.
It was a rager, man. It was crazy. We had booze, drinking, people passing out and throwing up everywhere. No, it was family members. My grandma was probably drunk though, so that would have been fun.
Peter is the drummer.
He's also a great drummer. He really keeps us in line and keeps us focused as a band, and that's kind of why we like him so much.
Peter has the best hair on the face of the earth.
He's kind of quiet, but he can be very loud at times.
And Peter is just a fun guy overall. He's really funny.
When he's funny, he's hilarious. Let's put it that way.
Peter's an interesting guy. He's shy at the bass when you first meet him, but once you get to know him, he'll really open up and talk about Target, which is where he works.
Mark is tall.
Mark's tall. Mark is tall, and that's about all I have to say about Mark. He can play the bass guitar, so that's cool. I think every description of Mark has to start with his height or his size in general.
He's very closely related to the early caveman, I think.
He's a funny guy. He's a prankster most of all. he's worth having in the band, but other than those two things, don't know much about him. He watches a lot of TV.
His English sometimes is not the best, but we do like Mark. He's like the Geico caveman. There's a reason why he's been around for so long, and there's a reason why we keep Mark around. I think they're very similar reasons.
He's a fluent bass player, which is good. It's something we never really had before that, so that's kind of why we kept him around.
I can't really describe Justin with words. It's more like noises.
Justin, I can't really sum him up into words. He's pretty much the personality, I guess, behind the band.
Like squeedly boo and like bing bong ding dong. I think those words or noises like suit him the best.
Justin's honestly like that little kid that you keep with you because you don't want him to stray too far. We mesh really well and we have a good chemistry, Justin and I do, together, and it translates into a lot of jokes and inappropriate things. He's also a good friend and someone good to have around when you need to be lightened up, but if you need to talk anything serious, he's kind of like a book. He doesn't say anything back. He's good at lightening up the mood in any situation.
He's a character.
Joey is the I don't know, the prima donna, so he's the post Madonna?
Joey is Peter's brother.
Joey's basically the structure of the band.
Joey likes Miley Cyrus.
He's really what keeps our music going, and he's also my twin, so I've known him my whole life and pretty much do everything with him.
I'd say me and Joey are probably the closest because we met and hung out the most when we first met at Kent.
He's my everything.
Go, play the song.
Recording our first album was more learning experience than actually a good output.
I wasn't on the album or the EP, but we recorded Starting Rumors this past winter, and that was great. I never recorded in an actual studio before. The previous band that I was in, we did all our own recordings, so it was a great experience being in an actual recording studio.
We learned a lot about how a studio functions and how to function as a band. We had a really good engineer. He kind of made it easy on us because we were all really nervous going into it.
It was a very good learning experience to actually be able to get into a studio and pretend like I was playing guitar. I haven't gotten much better at guitar. Yeah, but it's good for future.
And at the end, we were really comfortable with each other and with our music. So we learned a lot from it, and we've kind of continued using the same techniques to record better music, and we like the way it's going. Our first album, the recording process was a lot of fun. I did a lot of hands-on stuff with miking the drums and working with our engineer to try and get the best sounds we could. So I think it was a good learning experience for all of us.
We recorded with Jim Stewart, who was our engineer or producer.
We recorded with a lucky leprechaun named Jim Stewart. He's a leprechaun because he has red hair.
Jim Stewart was the engineer and producer for our first album.
But we love him. And we love chasing after his pot of gold.
He was intrigued more than anything about him because I think he saw a lot of potential in the band, and that's kind of why he stuck with us all these years and we've stuck with him, because we work really well together and we have kind of the same vision as to what we should sound like. I was nervous when I first walked in to record our first album. I didn't really know what to expect out of it. Once we kind of got going and got more in the flow of things, I kind of had that preconceived notion of being nervous and not knowing what was going to happen kind of disappeared, and essentially I felt really comfortable in it.
First tour was last summer, not like 2 years, or yeah.
2010.
2010 was our first tour.
In the summer of 2010.
Our first tour was back last year. We started in June. We went out for like 3 days and then had a one-day break and went back out to Tennessee and essentially toured all through June. It was 4 days split into, or it might have been more, no, it was way more than 4 days. It was more like a week, but we did it in 2 weeks. We went through Ohio, like Western Ohio, all the way through Indiana, came back up to Ohio, went down to Tennessee, played in Memphis and Nashville, and eventually made our way back up to Buffalo.
It was so much fun. It was basically a road trip with your best friends, and you get to play a show every night. So it was awesome.
It was fun. It was good to know what traveling and playing music and meeting different people from different areas. It was a good way to kind of get our feet wet.
We also did a little tour in summer 2011, and we were at the Shore Bro, and it was a fun time.
We went to Erie, Allentown, PA, and Connecticut. And we also went to the Jersey Shore on our day off, which is an experience.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I set a record at the Jersey Shore Bro for one of those see how fast you can throw games. Many people don't know this, but I'm a single A baseball player also. So I was able to throw the baseball 74 miles an hour and get the fastest speed.
We met the guy who owns that Shore store where the Guidos work, I guess you could say that. And it was so fun. It's nothing that they make it out to be on TV.
Texas, and the curtains close and the lights are low, and
fans are super important. Essentially, they're what keeps the band going. I mean, if we didn't have them, we'd really have nothing to do.
Fans are probably one of the most important things in the band besides the music, because if it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to play shows, and it would almost be pointless rather than just making music.
Not at all. Literally, we can do everything by ourselves without any of our fans. Like, I mean, this is all an act. This is not really who I am. Normally, I wear big ghetto white t-shirts and baggy jean shorts.
Meeting fans after or before shows is important to both us and the fans, because they get to see our personalities and they get to see what we're like, and we get to say thank you for coming to the show and buying our stuff.
And I have a flat-brimmed New York Yankees hat on. Our fans are very important. Very important.
It's fun playing for them, it's nice when they show up, and we try and give back to them as much as we can. So we've made friends with a lot of the fans, and I think it's nice to have that friendship.
We like to be able to have personal relationships with our fans.
So we try our best to meet and get to know every single one of them, not only on just a fan-band relationship, but some of them are more personal relationships too. They've supported us since we started, and family too is kind of another big support group. So between fans and family, I don't think the band would exist without that.
Like, we text each other. We have a bunch of our fans' phone numbers, and they have our phone numbers, and it's not a big deal if they text us and all that. So we actually are friends with a lot of our fans.
There's no better feeling than meeting your fans after you play and hearing what they have to say, whether it's like criticism or they really like it. I mean, it's a good feeling to hear what people think about what you do.
If the band doesn't work out, I think we all have a fallback plan.
We're all going to school, so we could all fall back on that, but hopefully it does work out.
I know for me personally, I'm going to school right now for graphic design, and I'm pretty good at it, so not to be cocky, but I am cocky.
I hope that I can meet a cougar and go to a nice beach house, basically be a bum all day while she makes all the money, and then come home to comforting, make me dinner. If music didn't work out for me, I'm studying computers at Kent, so I'd probably do something with that.
You know, I can always fall back on that graphic design degree if I need to, but I think the hope is to spend a lot of time with the band over the next few years.
I don't know. I'm going to school. I'm smart, but I don't know what I want to do with it. So I'm hoping the band works out.
If the band doesn't work out, I will spend the rest of my life working at Target. And they'll probably have no jobs, because all of them are kind of flaky, especially Mark. I see our band doing very good things in the future.
Hopefully we're going to continue to write even better songs, more musically talented, and just continue to have fun with it, live it up while we can.
Hopefully we'll be able to do this for a long time. It's been one of the best things in my life, and I can't imagine myself not playing music.
Essentially what we're trying to do is get to the point where we can have a worldwide fan base, aside from just having this like small group of people who like to come and hang out with us. I think we have a lot of potential, and I think the musical direction we're heading in is gonna kind of be a successful endeavor, and I'm excited about all the possibilities of touring, recording, meeting new people, and things of that nature. For our future, I see a lot more touring and just a lot of songwriting and demoing. So hopefully we'll record a couple awesome albums and tour the US and the world.
If I could write you a song and make you fall in love, I would already have you up under my arms. I use up all of my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me. You got designer shades just to hide your face, and you wear them around like you're cooler than me. And you'll never say hey or remember my name, man. It's probably cause you think you're cooler than me. Shoes on your feet, and you wear them around like you
to fall in love, I would already have you up under my arms. I used up all my tricks. I hope that you like this, but you probably won't. You think you're cooler than me? That's just how I shine. Just hide your face. Running around like you're doing it. Everybody's saying, oh, remember my name. It's not okay. You think you're cooler than me? If I could write you a song and make you fall in love, then I would, then I would, then I would. Thanks, guys.
Cut.
Cut.
It's time to hold on.